you know, when we needed to, and I said, well, if we could have something maybe April so that
After 9 months of
May,
operation.
they can, you know, review, really spend good time on and then vote on in June.
Okay,
So, okay.
I think that's worthwhile. Now, you've got a handle on your utilities, which should be changing with the paving system shut down.
It's went down, but we can't figure out why that Bell building is still so high. I mean, we're flipping breaker, and it's still a large monthly bill. It's went down approximately $2,000, but it's, I don't know if it's a cold snap we had, it may have creeped up, but
You don't have somebody with an extension cord out the back going.
well, we spoke with EP, and it was really great to take and talk to us. They can tell what our usage were, and we had some pretty heavy uses on a Saturday afternoon and a Sunday, and none of them that we could justify it would be the cold weather and the heat. So we may have to start cutting the heat way down.
Well, in that building, what do you need to keep warm?
Really nice.
I mean, now,
The machinery you put in there to break the wind, it's amazing, just breaking the wind off of it, it's cold, how much easier it starts, so just that helps a lot right there.
yeah, but it doesn't need to be 70.
So,
Okay. Now, we're getting started, but I got no idea where we're going with pay. I don't know if you've got even any inkling. But historically, has the landfill followed one of us or both of us, or just independently in terms of pay?
It's been pretty independent, hasn't it, Keith, on pay?
Raises, have we followed the city or the county, or just figure out what we could afford and do our own thing?
We're pretty much piggyback to city.
Well, it'll be a while before we get that number, but,
I think that's a good yardstick for city or the county.
Well, the employees would be better off if they follow the city than the county.
And I don't think we can get much criticism from the public if we follow that.
okay.
And the fact that we're cutting back, we for sure need to look at raising.
Yeah, we need to make sure that the guys that are getting the work done are getting taken care of. That's. Couple of other odds and ends. I'm still working with Chris Capps on the discovery items for the outstanding lawsuit. A lot of motions going back and forth and discussion, but not getting anywhere near resolution. And we got an open records request from Gwen this week that we're working on. There's a section of it that refers to material I don't think we can release, and I asked Chris Capps to get with you on that. Have you talked to him?
I have not spoke with him.
Okay. So Chris is supposed to offer some advice on some of the stuff about the investigation from the comptroller. We just can't, we're not at liberty to release, so we'll continue working on that one. But we'll see what we can do. There's my first pass on stuff from open record. Bill, the request has you and Stancil, Dan, Amy, me,
No.
Doug. Is, I think Stancil's already talked to Chris.
I've given Dan mine.
Okay. So we should be able to put that together here in a little bit. It's, but we'll let that keep rolling. Anything else that we ought to talk about since we're together? We're about to get some of the stuff cleaned up and moving.
Yep.
I mean, to me, it feels like we're making progress.
As far as the commissioner's order, have we met it? I mean, are we done?
No.
There is the skimmers she wants an updated version added to the skimmers, both ponds. Of course, we're rehabbing the pond below the scales in-house.
Right.
They're probably 3/4 of the way through with it. It's in between rain showers or frozen or dry.
So that's part of the order.
And then also that overfill area, which we're confident is dirt, which will hit late spring. We don't wanna, impose on the integrity of the slope this time of year.
Sure. Okay.
But we need to get, I think they're happy with our progress, we just need to get out and get a letter from them
Need to
saying
keep-
we're done, you know, the whole ship. Now, our inspector's not Paul anymore, it's,
It's Ryan.
and so far, it's been pretty good on what,
One little bump, but other than that,
yeah, one little bump in the road, but overall, we're doing pretty well. We advertised for this group to meet 3 times, January, February, March, and then we said we'd reevaluate. So we're advertised to come back next time. Hopefully it'll be real brief. I think we're getting most of the stuff cleaned up. But maybe we ought to start thinking for next time about, we've dealt with a lot of internal financial and HR policies. Is it time to start looking at our outside contracts? You know, we've got an auditor, an engineer, attorney, and those things, just evaluate, are we happy, and is it time to go back and start looking at some of that stuff? So perhaps we just need to think of that between now and next month, see what I'd say. If you wanna go out to the market and see what's there and how we go about it if you do.
When is the next meeting?
it's 6th of March.
See, he's on top of things. I barely need to show up.
Debbie's on top of things.
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock. And I'll try and actually have minutes for last time and this time, and we'll see if we can't get things going. All right, anything else? Well, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good weekend.
Do any of you all want this extra copy of the ordinance stand?
You moved it all anyway.
No, there's still some there. We just took a big chunk out of it.